morning, everybody. I asked you all to meet today to discuss some concerns I have as supply chain manager regarding the new stove that we're launching in a couple of months. My main concern is that the supply chain department has been introduced in these new product development meetings late in the process, which can have an impact on the success of the project in the short and long run. I have prepared a presentation with findings and recommendations regarding supply chain management capacity concerns based on the data we have so far for this new product. I'm going to be talking about why is capacity important for supply chain managers, what type of capacity resources we consider, and the findings and concerns I have in regards to this new product development. And I'm going to be proposing some recommendations. Why is capacity important for supply chain management? Capacity decisions are among the most important strategic decisions operation and supply managers make. It is important for supply chain managers to know how much capacity the organization needs to meet current and future demand. Capacity decisions not only have an impact on how effectively and efficiently an organization manages its resources, but it also has an impact on customers and even in the environment. So what is the objective? The objective is to have the right amount of capacity. Many times we experience when we have too little or too much capacity. When we have too little capacity is when demand exceeds supply. And we experience stockouts, back orders, overtime, sale losses. When we have too much capacity, supply is greater than demand. This time we could have layoff, idle machines, unused storage or inventory, and higher costs. When we have the right amount, it's when demand is equal to supply. And this is what we want. We can achieve on-time performance, optimal use of resources, and profitability. What type of capacity resources are considered in supply chain management? Supply chain management translates sales forecasts into the sales and operating plan to determine the optimal capacity to meet customer demand. We determine labor requirements, raw material transportation, warehouse space, machinery, supplier capacity, between others. What are our findings for this new product development? Demand forecast seems too high. There is no demand history for this new stove, and therefore the demand forecast is going to be less accurate at this point. Overestimating the amount of production workers. I have seen the estimate of the production workers needed to start production, and it seems overestimated for me. Underestimating transportation capacity. I don't think the impact this new product will have on new transportation capacity is being considered or is being given the importance it requires. Supplier capacity. This is a critical aspect for the success of this project, and it started to be considered late in the process. When launching, it's just a couple of months ahead. Warehouse space. I haven't heard a discussion about this or even considering the capacity plan. Demand forecast. We recommend using the expected value approach because it's used to evaluate capacity alternatives when demand is uncertain. It uses different demand level scenarios, and it provides a cost-effective solution. We should consider learning curve. Before we start the hiring process for this new stove, it is important to consider this type of product have a learning curve of 15 to 25%. This means that productivity could increase up to 25%, which may reduce the amount of workers we need for production in the future. Supplier capacity. It is important to evaluate the supplier's capability before making a decision. Research and development have been procuring parts from suppliers that have been meeting conformance specification and lead time, but it's only for small order quantities. We have to answer the questions. Can they meet current demand? How flexible are they in case of an increment in demand? What are their quality standard procedure? Are they ISO 9000 certified? These aspects are very important because supplier's capacity will also influence on the level of inventory our organization will carry. Warehouse space. This product is bigger than the other electric equipment manufactured here in Myanmar Electric Corporations. So we might have to either find ways to optimize the warehouse space that we actually have or expand it to be able to carry the necessary inventory of raw material and finished goods. Transportation capacity. Due to the size of this equipment, we're going to require more material handling personnel. The capacity of the truck will be less, hence the transportation in general will increase. Process improvement to increase capacity. Improving quality reduces spending valuable time and resources solving quality problems and reworking defective parts. Improving productivity increases flexibility. We can increase the amount of output, or we can have the same amount of output using fewer resources. When we talk about process improvement, we have to take into consideration the theory of constraint, which means that we should focus on those processes that represent a delay in our processes that is considered a bottleneck. Because if we improve other processes that are not our bottleneck, then we're gonna have a lot of work in process inventory, which translate in high cost to the organization. The objectives of this meeting is to highlight the importance of the early involvement of supply chain management in new product development. Our expertise in forecasting, planning, logistics operation, and relationship with suppliers can help determine capacity effectively and mitigate risks that may surge in the short and long run. Determining the right capacity leads to significant cost reduction, hence an increase in profits to the organization. Thanks for listening.